Hello, welcome to Daroza's. This will be a game between Yama and Voodoo, both playing a Cybern. Voodoo doesn't play weekend tourneys because he got real life, but he does play Daroza's. Daroza's is where the real life is at, and he agrees. So let's see what happens. This is one of the craziest maps you can see. No mask extractors planned by the ACUs. Voodoo going straight up with land and then a whole bunch of pigeons. Also notice how these players spread out the pigeons a little bit. They're leaving space. That's a space for engineers. The worst thing that can happen to you here is to wait for your engineers to get out of the way. So you want to give them space. Yama and Voodoo, some of the classic players, they've had to play this map many times in the ladder. This is also the ladder. Speed this up a little bit. And there's enough reclaim on this map to make any unit that you could possibly want. You can even go no mask extractors if you desire. Of course, eventually the reclaim will run out and you'll be in trouble. So it's balance. But if you just go tech, the other player can put up such a massive force against you that you will definitely lose. So it's a question of how much does your enemy tech relative to how much you tech. And the two extremes are possible in certain situations. The assist for Voodoo is at least 2 engineers, and then he's also getting an air factory. The assist for Yama is at least 1, and he probably gets some more land factories. So second land versus second air. And in terms of power, Voodoo, yeah, here's that extra engineer. It's not coming out in forms of power. And no mask extractors. The reason there are no mask extractors, and you might think mask extractors are cheap, they're actually not cheap in terms of power. These players do not want a power stall. That's why they want to use an initial power to make more power, and then making those mask extractors will be quite cheap. And a transport for Voodoo. Could be a dangerous move if Yama had gone a little earlier with air and went with an interceptor. But this will give him a big advantage. And it should be successful because Yama doesn't really have anything that he can counter that with. And where is that going to go? It's an interesting position. This is usually people drop into these other bases, but this one is a very aggressive drop. Perhaps he'll try to start a base and try to push back against Yama. Something new from Voodoo. And a big air spams planned. Yama getting his mask extractors. Still at +1, no mask extractors for Voodoo. Why would you want mask extractors when you get all the reclaim? Reclaim numbers, incidentally, 3,000 for Voodoo. Yama, 4,300, a little more. So making that transport was a fairly big investment. And you can see the plan. Major land is planned. And the earlier Yama realizes this is happening, the better it will be for him. He has made a number of land factories. He's also made some flak, just so scouts think twice before flying over his base. And a transport for Voodoo that he can load up, maybe grab a base elsewhere. Still just +1 for Voodoo. And we already see 4 land factories. Yeah, these early scouts did not anticipate him meeting such a large force. You can see the response. Yama might not appreciate just how many units there are here. He knows that there's at least 2 land factories. So this could be a medium-sized force that could slow the production down. He doesn't realize that it's quite a bit more and about to get even worse. Yama with a successful drop into the top expansion, which will keep him in the game a little longer. Yeah, 6th, 7th land factory. You can see the numbers are huge. Yama needs to act quick here before this force becomes so large that there's nothing that Yama can do about it. Interesting transport on vacation in the enemy territory. Still no mask extractors for Voodoo, but the power spam continues. Yama is significantly ahead on power, and he actually has an excellent power balance. So does Voodoo. And why is that? It looks like that transport's going back home, might get shot. Voodoo. Yeah. We all know Voodoo can spam like crazy, and he's doing that now. Yama also has a significant production. Yeah, great use of Cybern, or really any tech. Splitting off a couple forces is going to shut down map control. And Yama is going to have to go from his expansion on the right side. Oh, this could be good behind enemy lines here. Yama might make Voodoo pay here for his choices, unless these Manta can take care of that problem. As Voodoo is going to push Yama all the way to his base. Oh, if he gets in here and he starts killing power, this might be game over. This is one type of unit you don't want to lose this early. You can see both players extremely focused on the power production, although Yama has a lead, a significant lead. And Tech 2, oh wow, Tech 2 land, this could be a mistake. Unless we see Rhinos here ASAP. Killing mass ejectors on this map, of course, is the least significance when you're in enemy territory. You want to kill engineers, you want to kill power. And point defenses for Yama. Interesting move from Voodoo. Instead of going directly in where the point defenses are, he's going around. Tech 2 mass extractors. Oh wow. Yama, after 8 minutes, is vanquished by Voodoo. I really hope people enjoyed this one. But things to note: quick transport in an aggressive position, making land spam. 0 Tech 1 mask extractors. And before minute 10 you get a victory. Something to take note of.